Hey everyone, thank you for joining us for the Cleaning and Cocktails podcast. This is where I get the opportunity to speak with fellow cleaning business owners, small, medium, and large. We take the time to let them share their stories on the ups and downs in the industry. I also speak with other experts and professionals in the industry, from your manufacturers, your suppliers, trainers, as well as other types of entrepreneurs. My mission is to empower our cleaning industry to inspire and motivate each and every one of you. I want you guys to reach new heights of success and learn from one another. My goal is to have you walk away with some tips, secrets, advice, and opinions that are relevant to all of us in our day-to-day hustle and grind while we're out there in the field working every single day. So sit back and share a cocktail with us and enjoy the show. Well, Keith, thanks for joining us, man.
Appreciate it.
You guys, welcome to another episode of Cleaning and Cocktails. It's a show where I get to speak to entrepreneurs, people from the cleaning industry, small business owners, and in this case, I get to speak to an innovative company that's bringing innovation to the cleaning industry like never before. And we get to get an inside feel of what that looks like, right? So without further ado, Keith, again, welcome. I always start off with, tell me a little bit about yourself, man. Tell us how you got into this glamorous space.
So I've been at Softbank robotics for about a year and a half. Previously, I was in software. We have a big play in software also right now. But with Softbank, the opportunity came along about automation, the new future, and it was time for a change. And essentially, I've been a part of the whole journey from the test to the launch to now the full rollout phase of Softbank, or Softbank Robotics and Wiz.
Awesome. Now, I mean, not everybody starts with the cleaning industry, right? So I know I did a little, research on yourself, and it sounds like, you were at Oracle.
Correct.
So, Oracle into the cleaning industry. I know it's probably software related, the
exactly.
jump, but tell us how did you make that jump?
So 2 software companies previously. So it was software, Oracle, and then I was at another analytic company. All of them had analytics, like data-driven industries where I can really tell a story and paint a picture for the end user. And that's really where the whole automation piece comes into. So seeing Softbank Robotics, they're the innovation that was taking place. You can see the whole arms of Softbank Global where it was initially. I knew I wanted to be part of that. Then the technology and the innovation came next. I really was able to see where it's headed and where it's going to be, and actually where the whole industry is going to be soon. So it's very exciting times from my little path from Oracle to Dental Intel to here. Nice.
Every time I forget to cheers. So Here is a cheers.
Cheers.
Because this is called Cleaning and Cocktails,
right?
Right? Like we're drinking cocktails, we're talking about cleaning. All right.
It's got to be fun.
We're making it fun. All right. So let's talk about, what is it, a year and a half? How long have you been with Softbank? For a year and a half.
Year and a half.
Now that you've been in the industry for over a year,
sure.
What's your first impressions that you got from this industry, as far as not just equipment and software, but just the people, the types of companies that you're getting to talk to?
So that's a great question, and it's been a fun journey so far. A year and a half, and I've talked to, I feel like, every different type of facility possible, and it's fun. It's I'm allowed to speak in this industry with people person, and that's where I really, that's what really lines up for me. I really enjoy being able to see the industry rather than and be able to work with people hands-on. We get to train them. We get to go test the robots at all the locations, and then really be able to help them and see them, grow and scale too, which was actually the fun part too. So it's very fun, very exciting. Things are moving fast. Mm-hmm. It's just, everything from every person I talk to, there's a new update on every type of equipment, any type of, operations, how things are happening a lot quicker and more efficiently.
Well, yeah, you said it where, this is not just robots today, right?
Exactly.
There's a software that's in the Wiz, right?
Yep.
That you
Brainos
showed us earlier.
Yep.
But where, at first, I got to say, I was probably one of those people that you hear robots, you feel job replacement, you feel, a little scary, right?
Yeah.
At first, small business owners,
Totally.
Your small mom and pop shop may not understand, how can a robot add value to me? It's going to replace my job,
Mm-hmm.
So What do you say when people, because I'm sure you hear that.
Yeah.
Like, what do you say to that?
Yeah, people always bring it up
Yeah.
literally every single day because they love the robot. They like what it does, and then the wheels start spinning, and they think, is that replacing my job? Mm-hmm. Well, the answer is no, because of the cobot method that we use.
Okay.
We want it working alongside somebody so you can work more efficiently.
Okay.
You're allowed now to reallocate labor to go do different tasks that you've never been able to do before. So now that Wiz is doing 80-90% of your vacuuming, your big vacuuming, that time is now spent on whatever other task that you can get to now.
Okay. And that's actually, as I looked past that and I started to think that way, that's why you're here today, right? Is
Right.
we started to understand, and I'll show I'll talk about in a scenario, is we won a large contract and we knew that, okay, we won the bid. We won the contract. It's
Sure.
ours.
Yeah.
Now we know the price point that we're at, but how do we can't clean bathrooms faster. We
Yep.
can't clean windows faster. We can't throw garbage out faster. Where can we bring a little bit of value to productivity? It's something like this Wiz,
Yeah.
right? I mean, and that's what me and you have been talking about,
Yeah.
where it's like, Keith, how do I shave 15 minutes a day, 5 days a week, 4.33 weeks in an average in a month, multiply that across the board,
Yeah.
each facility.
Portfolio.
Now you're talking.
Now savings are
Now you see the savings. Maybe
Yep.
not just with one account, but if you're a cleaning company out there and you have multi facilities,
Yeah.
I feel like you should be talking to Keith. You should be talking to Softbank and these type of companies,
Exactly.
because I mean that's where you guys add value.
Yeah, and we really like to look at it, and I look at it too, is not a piece of equipment, right? It's a tool. It's to bridge the gap to help you go a lot more efficiently, and your team's running more efficient. Like you're saying, cutting time right there is that's a big piece of your guys' day-to-day jobs.
And you nailed it with, it's not a piece of equipment.
Yeah.
You're not in the commercial cleaning equipment
Exactly.
industry. You're in the innovative of pairing the piece of robotics equipment with the brain, right?
Exactly.
The smart. I mean, because that's what it's called. Is that what, right?
Yeah, the brain OS inside it. Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
Go into that a little bit.
So Brainos is a company out of San Diego. That is the technology in our Wiz unit, and it's the sensors that it creates. So Wiz is protecting itself against itself, people, and property, essentially. So it's not bumping into things like that. So it can actually read, understand the environment, understand if there's an object or person there, if it's going around it, if it's blocked, how does it stay on its path and route.
All right. I like that word you use, route. That was a nice route. All right. Now, okay. So another question is, and because, again, even some of my team had those questions of, is this too smart for me? Is it hard to understand? What does the onboarding look like? Like, can our everyday cleaning technician that's out in the field service and use this machine appropriately, and it's not sitting there and collecting dust?
Exactly. That's a great question, because it definitely comes up all the time, right? The robots, is it scary? Are people going to be able to actually use this? And the great thing about Wiz, it's not intimidating. There's 3 buttons. I like to say, if I can't teach you how to do this in 15 minutes, then I might be looking for a new job.
All right.
So it's pretty easy to understand. It's multiple languages. Like I said, only a couple buttons. It's the teach and the clean button. It's a full teach and repeat mode. Whatever you teach it, that's what it's going to store, and that's what it's going to run.
And I like that, the way you say that too. When you said it earlier, teach and repeat.
Yep.
I mean, think about it. You're doing that already when you're training your teams in the field. We are, right? Cleaning companies and facilities managers, they're training their teams on multiple different ways to clean. This is just another way to clean. Now, what about, let's talk about, the Wiz a little bit further, where the software behind it. Is there an application that somebody's using? Is it the management team that's in the office? And I'm sorry, but I continuously refer to commercial cleaning companies.
Yep.
That's our audience, right? Does the technician have access to an app, or is it like management back at the home base?
That is however you want to set it up. A lot of people will set up for their operators and their leads will essentially be attached to the SMS, so they get the notifications. Let's say if that is, for you instance, you might just want to see a couple locations. You might want to see it on quarterly or monthly. You don't want to see it every week on every single piece of your portfolio.
Yeah.
You also might. So it's good for regional, for people to have 7 buildings, 10 buildings, and they can see all their updates, all their data, all the the goods behind the curtain.
Well, and that's the thing is, for I'm a big advocate on technology and data driven, right? Where that's how that's one of the ways you can differentiate yourself as a commercial cleaning company.
Totally.
Where if you have access to this type of equipment and software and technology, where you can offer the data to the customers too. Mm-hmm. Is this something you can say, like you have a monthly meeting with a client? Can you share some of is there reports that are shareable, or?
So you'll have at full access to, we call it Wiz Connect, and that's the analytic piece behind it. So you'll definitely have all access to that. So you can go in and see you can see all your confirmed cleans. If you have 6 units at a building, or 3 of them sitting in the closet not getting used, right? Okay. So we can kind of see what's trending up, trending down type thing. But you'll work with a customer success person, which is essentially helping you ensure like your efficiency.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they'll meet with you also anytime you want, but they'll do like a 30, 60, 90-day reviews with you.
Okay.
Yeah, right off the bat. Make sure you're, ensuring success to get you guys going.
Yeah, because so now let's talk about the best setting for a Wiz product today, and I know we'll talk a little bit about the future of Wiz too, but like the perfect setting for these type of equipment and technology, what would you say? Average square footage, type of a facility?
Sure. Yeah, you're looking from anywhere, probably at least 50,000 square feet for the bread and butter. Mm-hmm. You also want to be able to have environments that aren't continuously moving. We don't want these open areas that are, different type of facilities where, different couches and things are getting moved in and out. But we really want it to be, if you want the bread and butter is a cookie cutter thing. Like, you have any business buildings that go up and it's kind of, you have the same cubicles. But that's easy, because we can teach every single.
You can teach it.
Yeah, it's super easy to scale like that.
Okay.
Environments, if it's got carpet and it's open and it's, even flooring too, we're fine.
Okay.
Like,
because I'm just trying to, my wheels are spinning out too, where, because we're always talking to a lot of cleaning companies where they're just trying to stick out, right? They're trying to win the big bid, but by winning the big bid, you got a lot of labor intensive pricing that you have to price. So it's like, how have you guys figured out dialogue and presentations or things that you can help? In this case, a smaller size cleaning company that's trying to win that big contract, that you could say, hey, by leveraging the Wiz, here is, you're not telling them what to go in on a price, but here's where you could say you can add value to these smaller businesses to say, this doesn't replace somebody, but it replaces the productivity of that person vacuuming. Mm-hmm. So now, that company could be competitive. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So,
long-winded question.
That happens a lot. And it's really about, like you're using this term mom and pops versus kind of like the big guys, right? Mm-hmm. That usually we're going to try to undercut everyone, and it's the race to zero. What this is going to allow you to do is provide that better service and beat them to the punch on that. Okay. And that's going to set yourself apart on what you're doing to take care of your tenants and your clients.
Yeah, because it's inevitable, right? We have the different fragmentation of the industry, and that's okay. Like it is what it is, because at the same time, those larger companies give the smaller companies opportunity.
100%.
But there's no reason why the smaller company can't win some of these larger clients with the assistance of tools, like you said, right? Yep. It's a tool. It's a co-op working partner with you. So it's just fascinating to see where we can go with this, because 5 years ago when I was, much smaller company, I always wanted that bigger contract.
Right.
But to me, it was, I got to hire X amount of people. They've got to sweep, mop, come back. There's a lot of variables.
Well, and that's the same thing with Wiz. Like, it can't do everything, right? There's sweet spots for Wiz and there's sweet spots for businesses where to focus. Mm-hmm. Not everyone can do every little thing, right?
Yeah.
Just like Wiz can't do everything. Mm-hmm. But there's sweet spots for it, and you got to stay in your sweet spot.
So what? And now let's not that we have to dig into price, right? But like, how is it affordable for I'm thinking of the small business, right? Because again, 90% of the market is your small business cleaning company. So how do they take advantage? Is there any programs that you guys have for a smaller business, or what? Is it the same across the board?
Same across the board for right now. As of today, there's no pricing discount, things like that, unless you're scaling to a higher amount. But right now it's $549 a month.
Okay.
Essentially $27 and change a day.
Okay.
That's how I kind of look at it.
Per day is good. Yeah. Look at it per day.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So $27, $28 a day, you can look at it.
But you guys handle a lot of all the maintenance.
All the maintenance.
Right?
Everything comes underneath us. Okay. Just you're going to have a couple consumables that you'll need, and we handle everything else. We ship everything. We train everyone. Like I said, we set you up for success.
Okay.
At the site with Wiz.
Cool. Well, that's what intrigued me too, is because it's not like you have to have such a big output of money in the beginning 100%. To take one on, right? Yeah. To test it, see if it works, if you have the environment for it. But now let's talk about productivity. Could we share some numbers, right? Like square footage per hour, square footage per minute, things like that. So then somebody can take that into perspective.
So each battery comes with 2 batteries too. Each battery is going to get you about 16,000 square feet. That's in a Class A building.
Open, right?
Cubes, things like that. You'll get that type of success. You could get more, actually. We see it a lot of times when it's, running down at some of these big, complexes, and it's just running straight.
Yeah.
You're going to get more out of it. But if it's spinning, if it's going in and out of little cubicles and little spots, it's going to not be running as efficiently. Okay. So you'll see less than that.
Okay. Now, today it's for carpet, light, hard surface. Or correct me if I'm wrong. But future is what? For the next I know I'm not jumping to that question just yet, but like we're carpet and then hard surface like I have here. But like what other floor types are we looking at?
Yeah, so any hard surfaces, the next ones that will be coming out, I don't know too much on this or anything, but it's going to be designed to be more hard surface. Any type of manufacturing, any warehouses, you're going to have malls, grocery stores, things like that. Hospitals will be big too in healthcare.
Now, is there anything? So let's get back to analytics, because you're an analytics guy, right? So if I am putting out $550 a month, right, and I know I've increased productivity and I've shaved 15 minutes, a day per 5 days, call it whatever you want to call it. Is there something within the dashboard and the reporting that you guys have that'll tell a not a user, but a company who's using the product, hey, day 21, you've now reached your ROI, right? Or
like a break even.
You've reached break even.
Yep.
Now everything else this is your true
bonus
off of making this decision.
So we have that. It's going to be, I believe we have a bunch of different calculators we play with to really show your time savings, because ROI can also just be, like you're saying, reallocate hours back to yourself. Mm-hmm. So that's actually essentially...
It doesn't have to be dollars.
Exactly.
Yeah, it could be production time.
Exactly. So we can actually see, because it comes on 3 years. Did you break even at, month 18? Did you break even on month 4? And now everything's in the bonus. So we can see that stuff with you.
Nice.
And we break it fully down monthly, weekly for you.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, what else is Softbank interested in the cleaning space? Like, what are the other projects that are on the horizon for? Is it strictly just the Wiz product, or is there other products in the line?
I believe there's other products in the line. They don't tell me much because I'll tell you.
Okay.
But
damn it.
Right. But there'll be another Wiz unit that will be coming out. It's already released in Japan so far.
Okay.
The Wiz Eye will be coming out.
Nice. Now, let's the industry itself. You've been in it. You've gone to the trade shows.
Yep.
Now that COVID has happened, you guys aren't able to do trade shows right now, right?
Exactly.
Everything's virtual.
Yep.
How has that affected the way you guys are trying to reach your audience, reach our audience, right? Reach our industry. Yeah. Like what has that done to you guys?
I think on March and April, it put a lot of things on hold. You guys were probably...
Oh, everybody. Yeah.
But so what it's really done is, forced an enhanced clean, and forced to, which probably you're taking full advantage of, is showing how much actual detailed clean you are doing, and being able to actually show that service that's actually being out there and what you're kind of owed. And because obviously people now want more for less.
Yeah.
And you got to do more cleaning.
You got to do it. Yeah.
And you have to do it. And this is a tool that allows you to get to those tasks without adding more.
Yep.
Right? Without adding another 3 bodies.
Is there, Keith, do you guys have any type of messaging that helps us share like a good message to our customers to show why it's a good idea that a company that you've used to be your cleaning service partner has purchased this or is using this product? Here's the bonuses and the added value for your facility because of the Wiz being there.
So that's hits right on the head for especially the whole service model we have. When we work with you, you also will be able to create white papers, case studies on locations that you have. With our marketing team, we do have options like that allow you to leverage your data and your locations for future locations too.
Okay, that's actually where that's exactly what I wanted to know and hear, because that's something that we're making the investment in purchasing something like this, or adding this to the arsenal of equipment that we use. But it's great for the customer to see, wow, they're going the extra mile to do that, and it's appreciative.
Yep, that you care.
Yeah, you care.
Right.
Cool, man. Well, I always end with a funny story.
Okay.
A funny story being, you've only been in the business or in the industry for a year and a half, but talking to cleaning companies, visiting facilities. What, you got anything for us?
I got a pretty funny one though.
All right.
The Wiz has come so far in 1 year. We were getting them shipped from overseas, and they looked like they weren't getting inspected as good as they should have. And we were speaking with some people, and they all had their back turned, but we didn't know Wiz had to actually have the wheels actually screwed in. They didn't come screwed in, and that was
my God.
So day one, when we're at the location, I'm talking to a couple of the executives, and they have their back, and my buddy's running Wiz, and it's just going through the mall as a test site, and all of a sudden the wheel falls off.
Come on.
It starts veering over to the left.
Oh my God.
And he looks at it. He finds some duct tape. We jerry rig it, and we still had it. They had no clue. No clue. And to this day.
Oh my God. Day one
on my first trip with for a test site.
Oh my God. That's a good one, man.
Right?
I appreciate it. All right. Well, you guys, thanks again for tuning in. This is Keith with Softbank Robotics. We're going to be showing, your LinkedIn, the website, any kind of material that you want to show. We'll put it down on the bottom in the YouTube clip.
Cool.
So you guys, again, thank you for watching. Cleaning and cocktails, guys.
Cheers.